What? Actually, it's cool. It's cool. I get it. I was just the distraction to keep you busy while you waited for Conrad. I'm glad it finally happened for you, Belly.
Hey guys, it's your girl Deborah, student, singer, songwriter, and everything else in between, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I know what you're gonna say. I know, Deborah, where is your room? It's non-existent. It's not here right now. It won't be for like the next 2 months. We're just gonna have to make shift with what we have, and this is what we have. Okay. Let's not question it. Let's not think too hard about it. I'm blonde. Let's focus on that. Okay, cute. The Summer I Turned Pretty just came out literally 2 a.m. this morning, and I already have 3,000 thoughts. The first 3 episodes have been released already, and I watched it because it's summer. I have nothing to do, and I have a few thoughts, and I thought, let's discuss with the internet. Let's discuss and see what the internet says. You guys really ran up my last commentary on Never Have I Ever, and thank you guys so much for like 55k views. Like, y'all, there's 55,000 people that watch that. That's crazy. Anyways, thank you guys so much. So if you guys don't know already, this will be a spoiler video because I don't care to be spoiler free. I don't. Also, if you guys haven't already, please subscribe. Like, what are you doing just coming onto my page and then just leaving? Child, the ghetto. Subscribe right now. So episode 1 starts off with like a dream sequence basically, and actually it's a little bit hard to tell what is reality and what is not reality very, very quickly. And in this beautiful dream sequence, Conrad and Belly are together, Jeremiah is just okay with it, and Susanna is still alive. But we know that all those things are not true. Yeah, okay, it's painful. It's actually really, really painful, and it's sad that Susanna's death becomes the centerfold of how everyone moves on from now on. Belly is, of course, depressed, and that is because she has also felt the remnants of Susanna's death, but that's not the only reason. We find out that her and Conrad had broken up, or at least are no longer together, and she's not speaking to any of the boys, which understandably, because she broke Jeremiah's heart, my boy Jeremiah, and she was with Conrad, and we thought everything was going to be peachy perfect, and then it wasn't. Surprise, surprise. In episode 1, we see how Conrad and Belly did have a brief relationship. However, because Belly does not want to hurt Jeremiah's feelings, he wants them to wait a little bit before they establish a relationship. However, that only lasts about like 5 minutes before they're like, fuck it, Jeremiah is okay, which he's not, obviously, and he has every right not to be as well. But we're gonna get to Jeremiah's ass a little bit later because I have some comments on his character. Conrad finally apologizes for being a cold ass individual, okay, which I completely was like, finally an explanation, because I'm not Team Conrad. I'm sorry. Anyway, she tells Conrad that Jeremiah has feelings for her and that they kind of hooked up in the car, which, I mean, yeah, yay honesty, I guess. I don't know what she was expecting from doing that, but at least she was honest, you know what I'm saying? Episode 2, we get more explanation and deeper, because it kind of like the way they juxtapose the situations of reality and the present and the past, it's so interesting, and it actually keeps you engaged to find out like what the actual hell happened between the characters. And episode 2 continues with that, and then our girl Belly, our problematic fave, calls up Jeremiah, only for Jeremiah to tell her that Conrad is missing and he doesn't know where he is and he hasn't seen him in the last few days. So there thus begins a reconnection between Jeremiah and Belly. Obviously, this does not go down well at all because Jeremiah is upset, as he should be. Justice for Jeremiah. Like, I'm sorry, justice for my man Jeremiah, for real. Throughout the whole entire journey, of course, they talk things out, they cry things out, and basically they're kind of almost back to being friends, but you can still kind of feel the awkwardness and the hesitancy to like still be friends with one another. The both of them go to find Conrad in the 3rd episode, and they find out that he's not in fact missing, but in fact that he has been in Cousins Beach, and the reason that he's been there is because, well, surprise, surprise, their aunt wants to actually sell off the home. The house actually belonged to both their mother and their aunt, and now that the mother has passed, it now belongs fully to the aunt, and the aunt is like, sorry babes, I'm selling this home I need the shmoney. It's nothing personal. And obviously they're upset because this house has been such a monument of their childhoods. In the meantime, my second favorite plotline that's happening is that between Steven and Taylor, which at first I didn't want to agree with, but actually the way that they've been developing the characters, I've been like, okay. So the two are now feeling kind of left out. Steven lies to Taylor and tells him that Conrad called and that they need to go help, but that's not obviously true. And so they get into the car, they go on their own little car trip situation, and they bond, they get to know each other more, and Steven is still an asshole and I still don't stand him, but he has some character development. And Taylor is also with this dude called Milo, I think. I'm not even sure. I don't remember. Anyways, she's with this rock star dude, but he's not really a rock star, but he's a wannabe rock star. And basically, it's kind of rehashing what happened between them in season 1, but not completely and not fully just yet. However, I do feel like that's going to be endgame at the end of the show. Do I want my girl Taylor to be with Steven? That's a discussion for later. But anyway, that's a cute little recap. Okay, I wanted to talk about our favorite characters. Let's start off with our first character, Belly. Okay, so our problematic fave, our messy queen. Belly is depressed this season, which honestly, understandably so. I'm gonna drag Belly for a hot minute because I love supporting women. But sometimes I do want to drag Belly's ass. For real. Because my girl is a messy babe. Okay, let me explain. Belly has something called the Elena Gilbert complex, which is what I don't know if that's an actual thing, but I coined it. If you hear anything, I coined it. Because Elena Gilbert, if you guys know the Vampire Diaries, was also in this love triangle. And basically she had this very much like savior complex of like, I'm a victim, but I'm also playing these two men to my advantage. But also like, you can lean on me, Stefan. Or Damon, whatever you need, but I'm also super innocent and I don't understand what's going on. Belly has that complex a little bit. It's just not as bad as Elena Gilbert, you know? And that's why I beef with her, because I'm so sorry. When she and Jeremiah had a confrontation with one another about him needing her as a best friend and she wasn't even available as a best friend because she was sucked into the world of Conrad, I agreed with him. I think, and this was also pointed out in season 2, Belly is, while she is 16, okay, I will give her the grace of being a 16-year-old. At the same time, she is very much the unreliable friend. And truth be told, if I was friends with her in real life, I can totally see how her being sucked into the world of these boys does not make her a capable friend to be able to be friends with Taylor and with Jeremiah at the same time. Do you know what I mean? She's more of an Elena Gilbert with more self-awareness. However, she does play victim a little bit. And I remember in season 1 where Taylor shouted at her and told her that like the world does not revolve around you. Taylor also has her own crushes, and she didn't even know that because she was sucked into the world of Conrad and she was so obsessed with Conrad. But the truth is, there's things going on around her. And I feel like, again, she's sucked into the world and it's difficult, but girl, like, you have to realize that it's not only just you, like, there are bigger problems in life. No offense, but I don't know, to me, it just, and I just completely agree with that opinion. I was like, yeah, like, oh my God. I felt like Belly could have just made better decisions. I mean, this might be a little bit judgy, and I get like she's 16, but like you have to have some self-awareness of what you're doing. By you kissing one brother and knowing that you're feeling something with the other, you could have just been like, hey, listen, I'm really into your brother, Jeremiah. I'm sorry, I don't want to break us up as friends. I want to see if this is an option. But of course she's 16 and she's not mature enough to do that. So like, I also get it. But like, she definitely has that like victim complex, but it's like, babe, you knew what you were doing. Let's not lie to ourselves. You were not the victim here. Granted, she cannot control the fact that people are attracted to her. So I also get that kind of like overwhelming sensation of like, okay, like this person's into me, this person's into me. And this is the first time I really feel liked and I really feel appreciated. I really feel like a hot girl. So I get that aspect of things, but I also really hate it when that victim complex of hers comes up. I'm like, babes, no. For me, I do like the fact that she does take accountability and responsibility of the fact that she messed up, for real. There was one scene with Jeremiah where she's like, you can talk to me about anything, like I'm here, and she tries to hold his hand, and I'm like, Belly, babes, listen, I know you're trying to be besties with this man, but have some like deep core understanding. You just broke this person's heart and you're gonna start touching their hand and getting into their personal space when you just broke them. Have some common sense. I just feel like Belly, she's a developing character. She's a problematic fave. I still like her. It's just sometimes I really disagree with her decisions. And I'm like, babes, we could do better for ourselves. I don't know. And for me, and this is also going to trickle into season 1, but personally, like, I understand the excitement of just having so many options available, and sometimes you fumble the options that you have. But choosing Conrad, for me personally, look, I'm not team Conrad. I'm not. I'm team Cam. I'm team Jeremiah. Actually, you know what? Sometimes I feel like Jeremiah and Belly should not have been together. Like, I don't think they would have been good together, to be honest. But I'm team Cam, because my boy Cam deserved better. Sorry, not sorry. So I'm not team Conrad. I haven't been since I first watched the first episode. I was like, no, Conrad can go to therapy. That's where he needs to go. Sorry. Also, I just feel like Belly, this isn't an unpopular opinion though. It's an opinion. It's my opinion. I personally think, because everyone's like team Jeremiah, team Cam, team Conrad. I don't know if you guys agree, but for me personally, I feel like if Jeremiah and Belly had gotten together, it didn't make sense. Like, I know they had some chemistry, but I think about this relationship long term, and I really see them as besties and not lovers. I don't know, especially getting to see the scenes between her and Conrad being in a relationship. I just feel like Jeremiah is not a good fit for Belly. He might like her, they might be best friends, but sometimes when you're best friends, that doesn't mean you'll be good in relationships. And I personally feel like the relationship would not have worked out. For me personally, that's my opinion though. I personally want to see Belly grow, because I feel like she has not necessarily grown to be her own person, but she's just grown to be in this relationship situation, and she doesn't really know who she is. For me, I would like to see Belly develop into a person with other interests than just Conrad and Jeremiah and the beach. Do you know what I mean? I want more for Belly. I want more character development. I want her to know that she doesn't necessarily have to be the savior for everyone in her situation. And also, girly needs therapy because she was high-key, low-key depressed. Like, I don't know if the show's gonna give us that. I haven't read the books either. I should probably read the books, but that's just my hot take on Belly. Steven.
Good morning, good morning. Good morning. You can choke.
After season 1, I really didn't like Steven. I really didn't. I was like, throw this man in the garbage. I know he had some compelling scenes. In those moments, I did feel something. But outside of that, screw Steven. I'm sorry. I'm a problematic babe. I'm sorry. I don't like Steven. And if he was my brother, probably would have killed him in his sleep. Sorry. He has no respect for his sister. He has no self-awareness. He's very arrogant. He's annoying. Literally does not shut the hell up about Princeton. Like, we get it. Like, every single time this man opens up his mouth, Princeton. That's all he knows. That's all he cares about. He makes dumb decisions. I don't stand him. I don't support. I don't like him. I mean, the actor in real life is a good-looking person, and I'm pretty sure if I see him in another project, I will stand. But I don't like him. I don't like him at all. I know there's like a whole him and Taylor situation happening, but sometimes I feel like my girl Taylor deserves better than Steven. Sorry, not sorry. Like, he's also a cheater. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Also, let's talk about his god-awful valedictorian speech.
Shut the fuck up. You thought you ate that?
And he really said that in front of the class, and he thought he ate. And everyone was like, oh, it's a good speech. No, it's not. No, it's not. Have you seen a good speech? What is that? Like, he thought he ate that. He really thought he ate that. And I was like, sweetie, you did not. And I love when Belly drags her brother. Like, I'm here for it. I'm here for the dragging. Drag this man to filth. Drag him across the mud. I don't care. Anyways, that's all I have to say on him. I'm excited to see what they do with him and Taylor. Maybe he'll become a likable person. But until then, screw Steven. Don't care. The next person on our list is our favorite Jeremiah. Now, Jeremiah has been through it. Jeremiah has been betrayed. Jeremiah deserves better. Jeremiah deserves justice. Like, he's literally a sweetheart. Like, I love Jeremiah. I do. I'm a Jeremiah stan. And I will say I love Jeremiah outside of the friendship between him and Belly. This season, we really got to see him not care about Belly's opinion for once and not trying to do everything to please Belly, but instead actually just being like, screw you, I'm angry, you know? And he really deserved to take the time to do that. And Jeremiah really spit some truths in this season. Like, he's stepping more into his mature era, which I really, really appreciate. He's still got that youthful glow to him, but now he's had to be more mature. And I actually really, really appreciate that. It's very refreshing. Jeremiah is just top tier. However, Jeremiah also is very manipulative in his own right. I feel like, I don't know, maybe his personality type is an ENFJ because, babes, I feel that. Like, he's very manipulative when he wants to be and when he feels angry. Like, he's great most of the time, but when he's pushed, my guy is master manipulator. We saw that in season 1 and also in season 2 when Belly tells him that she wants to be with Conrad. He pulls the cancer card a little bit.
Happened for you, Belly. It's great timing. It's not like my mom has cancer or anything.
Which, I mean, yes, is valid to a situation, but I also side-eyed that because, like, Belly's been a hot mess. So I get it, but it also kind of is a little bit of a red flag. But I mean, in consideration with all the people that are red flags in the show, I leave Jeremiah alone. Do you know what I mean? He's also a little bit of a man whore. He is. He got it. He is. He's a little bit flighty. He's a little bit, but he's fun and he's refreshing and he's different, and I like that about him. And honestly, I want a new love interest for him. I want something different for him, but a love interest that's serious, like actually like somebody who he's actually going to take seriously, and so he won't have to be dependent on Belly all the time. He was in his feelings this season, and rightfully so. I want to see more development for him. Justice for Jeremiah, period, because he was wronged, and he's still dealing with grief and the fact that his brother didn't tell him anything, and I just don't know, like, yeah, justice for Jeremiah. My other person I want to talk about is Taylor. I really liked Taylor this season. I really did. First season, it gave me a little bit of a red flag because I remember in season 1, she talked about being jealous of, well, not necessarily jealous, but just like being scared of Belly's glow up and feeling super insecure, which if I was to sit here and say that we were not human beings and we don't feel insecure about certain things, that would be a lie. But I do like the fact that she confessed to Belly about it and she was open and she was honest about it. That makes a difference. I feel like that's a step in the right direction, and I feel like a lot of 16-year-olds don't be doing that. So like I'm not completely mad at Taylor, and this season really made her better. She's gotten a new haircut, which at first, like, I didn't really feel that haircut suited her personality because her personality is so bold from the first season. As we were getting to know her a little bit better and seeing her more in different interactions with other people, I actually realized I actually really like the haircut on her now. Like, I think I'm just used to it. It didn't fit her at the beginning, but now, like, I see the character arc that they're trying with her, and I'm like, okay, it's a new her. Her hairstyle, because I'm a costume girly, her hairstyle gives 70s, blowout, and her vibe and her character doesn't really give 70s hippie girl either. So that's why it's like, okay. But honestly, they do try different outfits with her this season, and it seems like they're just trying to understand where to place her and to place like her character altogether. I like it. I like Taylor now. She's also really supportive with Belly, even though Belly's not really present that much in their friendship throughout this whole year because she's dealing with grief, yes. But also sometimes I really do feel bad for Taylor because Belly isn't even there half of the time, and sometimes she would just want to talk about like breaking up with being with Milo and some shit, you know what I mean? So refreshing. And the fact that she put Steven in his place, please continue. Drag Steven. I'm here for the ultimate dragging of Steven. Like, drag his ass to the mud. I don't care. I stand Taylor. Like, it is what it is. So, side note, I just want to mention Belly's mom. I love when teenage shows give space for the moms to also recognize themselves as human beings and not to see them as just moms, but also human beings with feelings who are also going through their own shit. I also love the fact that they make her much more human and she's not always perfect. And she does have edibles. She does smoke pot occasionally. She cries. I don't think she's a bad mom at all. I think she's actually a very chill mom. I think she's very, very chill in comparison with a lot of parents that I know. She's very, very chill. She lets her children have their space if they're angry or if they're going through something. Could she have been a little bit more present? Yes, especially dealing with grief. But like that is also such a complicated topic and everyone grieves differently and she's still a human being, you know what I mean? But it's not like she disappeared from their lives completely. It's just, this was a very difficult time. And I love how she can be honest about that and ask her child, am I a good mom? Because it takes a lot for a parent to do that and break their ego like that and have discussions with their children and be like, am I doing this right? What can I be doing better? Do you know what I mean? A lot of parents don't do that. And the fact that she does that is amazing. And she's able to break her ego like that. Top tier. I stand Belly's mom. And I feel like she deserves an honorable shout out. And she deserves a great love interest as well. And finally, the final person that we're talking about that grinds my gears. Conrad. It's Conrad. I sometimes call him Connor. If I call him Connor through this video, I'm so sorry. I don't care enough. I don't like Conrad. I specifically don't like him and Belly together. I feel like I could like Conrad separate from Belly. Let me explain. Conrad is the stereotypical brooding man who's mysterious and processes his feelings different, so he shuts everybody out, and you really have to like break his walls to get through to him. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. It's 2023. Get therapy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm really tired of love interests dragging the other love interest through the mud and then just being like, I'm sorry, I was so shut off before. It's just like, it's really difficult for me. No. Okay, I do like the fact that he did apologize to Belly about being cold in this season, but like my brain was like, okay, but that's not enough. Remember in season 1 where you literally would make fun of her? You were cold and distant. You crashed her date. You dated somebody else while you were kind of stringing her along, kind of. You were hot and cold. You were wishy-washy. You lied. Actually, he didn't lie. You didn't tell your own brother that your mother has a cancer diagnosis, which granted, like, yes, he wanted to protect Jeremiah, but like still, you are absurdly annoying every time you have an emotional outburst. And instead of communicating your feelings or trying to learn how to communicate your feelings, because you still can, because you're a fucking teenager, you instead decide to shut everybody out and make dumb decisions. And it's like, where are you redeemable? Where? Sorry. I know some Team Conraders are gonna drag me for this. I will talk about his positive qualities, but listen, I am not a fan. I just don't like him. Like, he's just so, sometimes he gets really, really whiny. Like, I understand. He's going through a lot, and he's the oldest sibling, so there's a lot of responsibility on his shoulders. But sometimes he just gets so whiny, and I'm like, ugh. Like, Jeremiah is out here discussing his feelings after a while, and yes, everybody deals with things differently. So I understand. Some people close off, some people are more open about their feelings. Fine. But when it becomes an inconvenience to everybody else around you who is clearly trying to be there for you, and you're just living in that truth and you're not trying to find a way to change, that's what pisses me off. If Conrad had said, listen, before I used to be so closed off, but now I'm trying to let people in, I would stand. I would support character development, but he's not doing that. He's just being annoying. Like, even in this season when their house is literally going to be sold, he's like, I can handle it. I'm sorry, you're 17. How can you handle that? How? Is he 17 or 18 now? I think he's 18. He's in college. My bad. But still, and there's this sort of like superiority complex that he has as well that carries over from season 1, which also annoys me. It just grinds my gears. Yes, they had some cute moments. And I mean, I remember what made me laugh is like when Conrad showed up to Belly's house, instead of a bouquet of flowers, he brought a bouquet of sweets, which I thought, okay, that's hilarious, sure. But I just feel like Conrad really needs to grow as a person and understand how some of his actions do affect the people around him, because there's a sincere lack of awareness. I understand there's some moments where I'm like, okay, like he's trying to grow and he's trying to figure himself out, but like, it's not enough for me to like him. Sorry, not sorry. Okay, I know you guys are gonna drag me. I know some Team Conraders are gonna be in the discussion, but we can have a civil discussion without you canceling me, okay? Okay. I just personally feel I don't like him. He needs more growth. But yeah, that's all my opinions on the first 3 episodes. If you guys want me to continue the commentary, literally please let me know down in the comments below so that like I can continue, and let me know if you want me to do it weekly or like just wait until everything's out, because it's gonna go on the way until August. Do you know what I mean? I would prefer to talk about the season as a whole when it's fully out, but if you guys want me to do commentary on each of the weeks, that's perfectly fine too. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos. I'm really, really grateful. We're almost to 2,000 subscribers. That is insane. I remember when I was struggling to get 1K, and now we're going on to 2K. Yay, I'm very excited. I'm very happy. I love seeing your comments. I love seeing your think pieces on your favorite characters. And again, this is all in good faith. It's all in gesture. Please don't come for me. Don't cancel me. Don't come to my house. You know what I mean? Okay. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will have more videos coming out very, very soon. And there will be a vlog for law school. I've been going through a lot personally. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys would like to see me react to next, and also what movies and TV shows I should watch out for, because I can give commentary on everything. I talk a lot. That's why I'm a law student. Anyways, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Okay, bye.
All the time.